no soldiers in Zeon, so we are certain to be victorious in this war! In this war!
I'm the last one.
You're the last one.
Man, that's cool.
I mean, you had a bunch of stuff going on. You were sick. Your mom came to visit.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm glad that she visited like right after I got better. So,
Because you were like deathly ill, weren't you? Like not like Rona deathly, but like.
I was not having a good time. That's for sure. And then I was trying to work on shit.
Oh yeah. What were you trying to work on?
That remix and some other musical stuff I got going on. It's really hard to do. Sick as fuck, because like when you're sick, not only is your vision fucked up, but your sense of space, your hearing and everything is weird.
Especially if it's any kind of like head cold, like you kind of feel like you're out of body and trying to listen to something.
Yeah, everything's just fucked up. Yeah, it just seemed like it would be kind of counterproductive to try mixing anything under those conditions. So I just waited it out.
I mean, solid decisions. You got everything done though.
True that.
And then this specifically had no like real timetable. We had plenty of time.
Yeah.
Adam can't crack the whip on me. He doesn't own me. It's good.
That's right. He owns the rest of us though.
I'm not in a cage.
We're all in cages, so we envy you for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you guys. I mean, it's weird though, because like y'all are all locked in a cage, and then he has a separate cage that y'all lock him into. I don't really understand how this cage dynamic works.
And then all of that is in a bigger cage. His cage and our cages are all in this larger cage.
Who locks y'all in the big cage?
I don't know. I've never seen his face.
God. Oh no.
He wears a hood, a dark hood. Just got the little holes for his eyes. That's all he wears though. He's naked, very muscular man.
Just stark naked from the neck down.
Yeah. He likes to rub his dick on the bars.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so we don't really grab on the bars anymore.
Oh. This is how I get locked in a cage with you, doesn't it? Now that you told me.
Oh no, don't worry. It's gonna be fine.
What in the fucking Hartford cult are you trying to...
It's nothing.
It's nothing. So this comes out... We're recording this the day of the episode 48 release, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, episode 48. I think so. Man, that's crazy. We're creeping on 50 episodes, man. What the fuck?
Aren't y'all about to hit the 2-year anniversary here in a couple days?
Yeah. That's nuts. It feels like... I mean, it kind of feels like it's been a year. Kind of. Not even. So... It being 2 years, that's pretty insane.
I mean, the whole, like, 2020 Rona thing, it felt like we were in some sort of weird time warp where, like, everything felt longer, but also shorter at the same time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like everything felt longer, but then once we got to this tail end of it, it's like all of that wasn't much of anything. Didn't really count.
We just got left on pause for 10 months.
Yeah.
But here we are. It's fucking... May 25th, 2021. The world hasn't ended yet. Maybe.
Not yet. It's got a few more months, probably. Maybe. Hopefully.
Fucking big ol' asteroid's going to come in here and wreck our shit.
Yeah.
Or something. So your first question comes in from Twitter user Turniphead.
All right, Turniphead, hit me.
What was your favorite moment to record?
Honestly, probably all the beach episodes. Like all of the spin-off episodes, the weird ones, those were the most fun, I think.
What was it about the beach episodes that was so fun for you?
I think it was the fact that we got to fuck around and be stupid and just kind of go off the rails, but at the same time, keep everything that's happened in the storyline in mind, for like humorous callbacks and things like that. And then shit would get really dark all of a sudden, so that was cool.
Yeah, y'all do have a very unique way of having your beach episodes. of it just taking super dark turns.
Yeah, I like that we make it a little different. Yeah.
Your next one comes in also from Twitter from username Captain Ganymede.
All right, Captain.
If your character could go back in time and warn your past self about one thing, what would it be?
That one's an easy one. I think that would be to keep Copilot the fuck away from Sark.
So how would you change that situation?
Like, bro, I'm from the future. Don't do that. You'll die.
But then would that not mean that Lone Star Prime then gets straight murked?
He would murk himself for Copilot. I think he would.
Oh no. Would that change the timeline and then somehow Lone Star becomes the actual new type and Copilot's no longer the new type?
Interesting. Maybe.
It's like some weird like Gundam Unicorn new type magic happening. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
It's funny that you bring up I guess it's foreseeable that everybody was kind of going to bring up Copilot's death for how they would go back in time.
Yeah.
But so do you have any other moments you think, aside from the death of Copilot, that Lone Star would go back and maybe warn himself about, maybe not change it, but just give himself the heads up?
There was one point in the story, and I can't really remember the specifics. Maybe a fan will be able to tell me what I'm trying to think of here. But there was this moment where I was not paying attention to Adam when he was telling us what was happening. And so I made this one decision that was like really fucking stupid. And everyone was acting like I was fucking stupid for making it. And I was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with this decision? We ended up being interrogated for it. What was it? I can't.
Y'all been interrogated so many times. Like, I can't.
I think it was when we were kind of going rogue and I accidentally ratted us out. And the only reason I did that was because there was some intel that I wasn't supposed to give up. And I wasn't paying attention to that part of the story. I was totally zoned out when Adam was telling us that. And so later on, I just like spilled the beans. Fuck, I can't remember. This sounds so vague. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of moments where I wasn't paying attention and then I fucked things up for Adam in the storyline. So yeah, I'm sure the fans can point those out for me. I
mean, I feel like that kind of goes in line with just Lone Star's attitude in the first place. Like, he might have just straight up been like, nah, man, I'm going for it. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what each time that happens, I try to play it off like, yeah, it's fucking Lone Star. He just doesn't give a fuck. But in my head, I'm like, oh shit, what was I doing? Oh no. God. Yeah, I have some pretty bad ADHD. So sitting here at this microphone, it gets tough sometimes.
Especially when you guys have such a large cast. Like,
yeah,
you've got to balance everybody kind of having a moment of like having time to have the spotlight. And sometimes that like leaves you sitting on the sidelines watching for long enough that like your mind's going to wander.
Yeah. And it's like Adam does a great job and it's very interesting when it's other people, role playing and stuff, but they're just those moments where some shit happens in the background and I'm like, what's that? And then I come back and everyone's acting like something really fucked up happened. And I'm too embarrassed to be like, hey, rewind about 30 minutes. What happened?
My bad, everyone.
Yeah. So I just go full on Lone Star that way. And I'm just like, keep going forward. Don't stop. Just Lone Star run through this shit.
Well, I mean, post Copilot getting eviscerated, like Lone Star kind of had a big change in personality. You don't really see the super happy-go-lucky, fuck it, like I'm Lone Star.
Yeah, the cockiness and the, not taking things as seriously most of the time. Obviously, there's still those moments where, he lets his goofy side out. But for the most part, Copilot was the reason he did that stuff. He's like, everything's going to be fucking awesome. I'm going to be fucking awesome because I've got my Copilot, And so with Copilot gone, he's like, holy shit. People die. People I love die. This sucks. I gotta be careful and shit now.
Now you truly are a Lone Star.
He's truly a Lone Star now. Yep.
I think that joke's already been made, and I feel bad for remaking it, but whatever.
Nah, we're retconning all the other times that joke was made. You're the first person to make it.
I think you're the first one that made it, actually.
Oh, yeah, I'm the first person to make it.
We're retconning the
joke
retcon.
Thief. You fucking Carlos Mencia bastard.
Whoa. least call me Dane Cook. Fuck, man.
I'm sorry.
If you're gonna name me after being a joke thief, fuck.
I'm sorry, Dane Cook. I'm sorry.
So that kind of brings us to our next question. Twitter user, I'm your stepladder.
All right.
I'm going to rephrase this one a little bit different since we kind of just talked a little bit about it. But
Okay.
since Copilot's passing, who do you feel Lone Star now synergizes the most with?
Oh, that's easy. Ras Marco.
Yeah?
I think because he was already inching that way when Copilot was around, and then seeing Ras Marco kind of develop as a character and become his own self, get a backbone and all that. It was kind of like seeing Copilot during the end of his life there. So I think Lone Star gravitates toward him in that way. There's also a little pinch of homoerotica there.
Only a pinch?
Yeah, well, maybe a handful. But I mean, that's like with Copilot too. So yeah, once again, this is just like him seeing a lot of Copilot in Rast.
With Copilot, though, I think it was a lot more than just a pinch. Maybe even more than a handful of homoeroticism sometimes.
Oh, yeah. It was like a hot tub full.
You guys were like giving us a lesson in bromanics.
Oh, yeah. We were pioneering the bromance genre.
Like y'all took Lost in the Brosphere to a whole nother level.
Yep, definitely.
That was a bad joke. Dallas, please cut that out. This is when the son of a bitch leaves that in and me saying that.
Keep it in, Dallas.
No. So we got one more for you from Twitter. This one comes in from Siege, actually. Twitter user Siege.
All right, Siege.
Yeah, Siege.
All right, let's hear it.
If your character was forced into cooking for Gordon Ramsay to impress him in a competition against the others from the Ghost of the Inverness, what would you cook and do you think you would win?
That's a great question, Siege. I think that's the question on everyone's minds. I think Lone Star would win hands down. He'd break out the chocolate pudding cream corn casserole. You can't beat that. Good fucking luck.
I want you to know that I just had Dr. Pepper come out my nose because of that. I was not prepared. And how does one prepare this chocolate pudding cream corn casserole?
It's pretty complex. You need cream corn and you need chocolate pudding and you need some kind of container to mix the two. That's it.
Don't even heat it. It's just you take them both. Now are you getting the chocolate pudding like straight out of like a can of it? Are you getting like a bunch of the little like pudding cups? Like what are you doing here?
You chill the pudding and you heat up the cream corn and then you mix them in. So you have cold pudding and warm cream corn mixed in together. I know it sounds delicious.
Oh God.
Getting hungry just thinking about it.
I don't even want to eat dinner now. Fuck. Why?
Yeah, because it's not going to be chocolate pudding, cream corn casserole.
You're right.
I understand.
You're not right for the reasons you think you're right, but you're right.
Because I'm right about something. That's all that matters to me.
It's actually one of the ones that came in from a DM. It comes in
All
from
right.
Comrade.
All right, comrade. Let's hear it.
How much does Lone Star think he can bench?
I don't think there's a limit to what Lone Star thinks he can bench. You say the number, he'll probably say, fucking lay it on me.
Now, how much do you think he could actually bench?
He's pretty strong. As a non-strong person, what's like normal for a strong person to bench?
I don't even know anymore. Like
I don't know the basis for comparison. All I know is Lone Star, I think he would be above average in strength. And then his confidence and sheer willpower would just boost him a little bit more than that. He could probably bench whatever Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson can bench, but maybe for less time. He'd probably, reality would probably snap in eventually and he'd be like, oh shit, I can't do this.
Just feels his shoulders and everything else just kind of start falling out of place.
Yeah.
I don't even know like what an actual like bench press injury is other than dropping the damn bar on yourself.
Yeah, that's what I always imagine, just dropping in and just slamming on your throat.
I've seen like videos recently, they've made these new fancy benches that you can like step on a little stopper and it drops the bench down, and there's like little safety rails to catch the bar. so that you can just drop out of it no matter how hard the fail is.
Oh, that's cool. I'll never use one.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I don't think I'd ever want to put myself in that situation, but like the top comments are like, without the fear of death, how am I supposed to bench though? It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, you need the fear of death behind you.
Comrade had a follow-up, and then this is addressed to you.
Okay.
How much do you think you can bench?
How much does the average guitar amp weigh? That's probably the most I could do. It's like 50.
Over here Googling frantically, how much does a guitar amp weigh?
I'm just looking around my room like, what can I lift that's kind of heavy? That thing's kind of heavy.
Guitar amps range from 10 to 110 pounds.
Cool. We'll say 75. You know what? Now I want to fucking try to bench press just to see what I can do. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the gym.
This is secretly how Comrade wanted to get you into Tom's gym. This is how it happens.
I'm gonna go in the gym one time, just one time. Not gonna get addicted to it or anything and get super buff.
Come back for the next Pink for President album. You're just fucking jacked.
I do want to get more, physically active. I used to be an athletic kid, and then I don't know what happened. Something terrible.
Would you like play sports?
Yeah, as a kid, when I was like in middle school,
What'd you play?
I played football.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little basketball. I skateboarded and did like, extreme sports and shit. That was my favorite. I did inline skate and BMX, razor scooter, the hardcore shit.
Fucking razor scooter to the shin and or kneecap. Every time.
Yeah, that's hardcore shit. That's like every bail on a scooter is metal to the shin, you know?
Like it just doesn't matter what you try to do. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
All right. This one is from Facebook user. I'm gonna try to not fuck this name up. Ramon Palacios.
All right, Ramon, what you got?
Dear Lone Star, would space make your Lone Star run better because that pesky gravity and friction won't hold you down anymore? It might be that your soul won't be weighted down by gravity anymore.
Well, the Lone Star run's propulsion is sheer willpower. So without that pesky matter getting in the way, yeah, Lone Star would quite literally be a shooting star. Be unstoppable.
Now, also part of the Lone Star run is you have things to push off of. How's this going to work in space?
Oh, no. No, he never pushes off of anything. He just lets his soul pull him to where he wants to go.
So he was never weighed down by Earth gravity, like soul-wise.
That's true. But those pesky humans that Lone Star has to keep saving all the time, they keep getting in the way, So in space, I wouldn't have to deal with that maybe, unless there were like space damsels that I'd have to rescue,
What do you mean by those pesky humans? Are you saying that Lone Star is not a human?
Next question. All right.
What fucking planet does Lone Star come from?
That's for me to know. Yep. Next question.
Wow. Just gonna dodge that one. Like, nope. We're not doing it.
I want someone to make Lone Star's alien backstory now. If someone does that, I'll be very thankful.
I'm curious where they would put him from.
Yeah, me too. Probably somewhere cool where like a bunch of sexy dudes come from,
I don't even know what planet that would be.
I gotta Google it later. What planet just has sexy jacked bros?
Like the Muscle Beach version of Krypton, pretty much.
Yeah, Baywatch meets Krypton. That's where Lone Star's from.
I'm trying to think of like some witty name for like how you would combine those to make a planet, but I got nothing.
Ripped on. That's bad.
It's bad, but it's like the right kind of bad to where it would work for the most part,
Yeah. Ripped Brawn.
Ripped Brawn.
From the planet Ripped Brawn. I like it.
Oh, we're writing new lore for you, Adam. I hope you enjoy it. There are aliens on Earth. Enjoy that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I guess it's enough about Lone Star himself at this point.
All right.
Let's talk about Zach. Let's talk about what Zach does. So, like, obviously, you've got Pink for President. You've got Fight Your Foes. You've got your kind of solo project, your solo act that you've been doing a bunch of songs for recently. And then you also
Yeah.
record other fucking artists. Like what is your life, man?
It's stressful sometimes. I think I bite off more than I could chew sometimes. But I've been working on getting organized with that. But yeah, trying to get to where I can put out content and all of those areas kind of around the same time every month.
Remember you did as Fight Your Foes on Twitch right around Christmas time, you did your live stream as you were making the chiptune for Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing anything like that again? Or was that just kind of a one-time deal?
Oh no, I've got a few more in the works. I've got 3 more planned actually coming soon. So stay tuned.
Link in the description below. I just want to keep saying that, like, in anything that we do from now on. Just something random entirely. Link in the description below.
Yeah, just a fuck ton of links in the description.
They all go to the same place. It's all the same link.
It's something on Pornhub.
It's like a time marked like random hentai video of like some kind of just sketchy tentacle moment.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Link in the description below, everyone. It should be like 50 different links in the description, and they all go to like a different 5-second portion of the same hentai.
Oh my god.
I like that.
I
Let's
wonder if
do
you
that.
could do that.
We won't know until we try.
Yeah.
Dallas, get on it.
It's when Dallas bans, link in the description below.
No more descriptions below. That's it.
There's no more links, no more descriptions.
No more videos. No more podcasts.
Done. I quit. See, like you and Dallas have like all these different musical projects. Like how did the two of you end up like getting into all this together?
Well, Dallas is the reason I got into music. I mean, I was already really interested in doing it. It was just something in the back of my mind. But I didn't know anyone who had made music or anything like that. So it was just kind of a dream to do that one day. And then I met him in high school, and he had a few friends, and they were making music together and stuff. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. Let me get in on this. And at first they didn't have any room for me. They're like, we already have all the members we need. So sorry, dude. I was like, I don't know. I'll fucking draw for you guys. And they're like, you can draw? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking artistic genius. I was not. I could not draw. But I drew really bad drawings for them with their band's name on it, which is at the time XD, like the emoji. And after a while, people were falling out of the band. They weren't really interested, or they turned out to not even have instruments or know how to play. It was just more like, let's talk about being in a band to girls in high school so they'll think we're cool. And so I was like, yeah, you guys need a guitarist. I see. I could play guitar. That was another lie. And so I just learned how to do a power chord from one of my friends. And I was like, I'm just going to make a song with this thing. And just made like a little ditty. And I played it for them at a tryout after school one day. And they were like, this is fucking amazing. I don't know why they thought that. But yeah, I thought it too. I was like, this is fucking amazing. You're right. But like looking back, I'm like, Jesus, what the fuck? What were we thinking? But I'm glad that we were all stupid enough to think I had talent, because that started the journey of making music. Eventually, it was just Dallas and me. The others either had creative differences or weren't very interested in making music. So Dallas and I decided to do our own thing. And at that time, the band was called Pink for President. One of the guys, he came up with that name before he left. And we just kept it because coming up with names is hard. And yeah, and Dallas and I became best friends, and we just started doing a bunch of different music projects. And then with podcasting becoming a thing and that being really cool, I decided to use that as another avenue for music and create opening themes and background music for different podcasts. Dallas got really into editing, so that's mainly been his focus lately. And that's where we're at now. That's the present. He edits podcasts, I make the music, and then sometimes we get together and make different music.
And then sometimes you get together and you make different music.
Yeah, and then we make different music when we're feeling a little different from different,
I mean, the two of you have what, two different bands together at this point?
Yeah, we've got our pop punk band, Pink for President. We've got an Irish folk duo called The Flanks. He plays mandolin. I play acoustic guitar and vocals. And then I like to do electronic and chiptune music, so I decided to make that its own little thing. Call it Fight Your Foes. And then I do music commissions as well. And so I decided to do that under just like my own name. And then I also started getting interested in covering songs and all that. And I didn't really have a place anywhere with the other projects I was doing. So that's also under my solo name. And so that's pretty much how it's all divided up.
Now you've got like all of your covers you've been doing on TikTok.
That's right. That's right.
And then you're out here doing Teenage Dirtbag, and Wheatus is recognizing you, and like crazy shit's happening there.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Wheatus, the legends.
I had a train of thought and I lost it, and God damn it.
You're good.
I heard the actual train in the backyard and got fucking distracted by that.
Oh, you have a train near you too?
Bro, I live on the tracks. Like my back fence borders the train.
We have a train near us too, and I just moved from a place that was near a train. So
yeah, I got to hear the fucking train over at your old place when I slept on the floor in the recording studio.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, it gets fucking loud over there. It's not as loud here, but we still get that. And then we live near an airport too, so we hear planes all the time.
Jesus. What's crazy is the train was louder there than it is in this house.
And you said you live like on the tracks, pretty much.
The tracks are on my back fence.
Jeez.
Like, I don't know, man. I think it has to do with like how much house there is for it to pass through to get to me. Vice, it was just kind of this big tunnel of open ground from the tracks to your old place.
Yeah, and plus you live in like a house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we lived in those like shady little apartments. Yeah, I'm sure you could hear everything from outside. The walls were so flimsy.
Weren't those like supposed to be dorms or something originally?
Yeah, they actually are. But Dallas and Kat had been staying at the apartments for a while, and like because there's like an apartment section, and then there was that new section that they were using for college students. But since Dallas and Kat kind of got in with the management, they convinced them to let us rent out one of the college apartments for my girlfriend and me to join them.
That walking in there was a very confusing setup. It's like you've got 4 full-on bedrooms with their own bathroom, but then like it's a super small kitchen.
Oh yeah, it's a tiny little kitchen. I guess that's how it needs to be, though. You know, if you don't want to have to go into other people's dorm rooms to have to use the bathroom. So
yeah, just surprised like they didn't make like the I guess the kitchen a little bit bigger, and maybe take a little bit more of the common area that way.
Yeah,
because like it was hard
that's
to fit
weird,
2 people side by side in there.
Yeah, that is awkward now that I think about it. Because I mean, thankfully we were all friends, but it was hard to share that kitchen. So I can't even imagine like 4 roommates that aren't really friends forced to live together because of college, having to share that little ass kitchen. That would suck.
Like you better get real comfortable with the people around you, or get the fuck over yourself real fast.
Yeah.
Going back to your music. So you said you came into this with like not having known how to play the fucking guitar before. You just picked up some power chords. But what about your vocals?
Oh yeah, I bullshitted that too. I didn't know how to do shit. Fake it till you make it, son.
Holy shit, you really are fake it till you make it. Like
that's my whole fucking life. Just fucking do it and say you can do it and do it. And then eventually you won't suck at it. You'll be okay.
So you never did any kind of like formal vocal lessons, nothing like that. Like you just went for it.
That's right. I just went for it. I mean, I was really inspired by like punk music. That's the beauty of punk, is that you don't really have to have that kind of training to do it. It's all about just the confidence and the creativity, you know? So, and I think I've always been a creative person. So I had that at least. And I don't know how, but I was like confident in high school. Looking back, I'm like, I was such a fucking nerd, but you know, I thought I was the shit. I was like Lone Star in that way. I thought I was like a fucking jock badass. I was a little dweeb.
I mean, the fucking confidence worked for you, man.
That's something I need to go back in time and be like, how did you think this was good? Because I need you to convince me that now. Like, I need that confidence back. Too much of reality is like hit being an adult. It's like, I miss being a little bit that delusional Lone Star.
I mean, the danger of that would be going back in time and then potentially either stealing some of that confidence and lowering it at the time, or like sending some kind of weird ripple effect through time, depending on your time travel theory here.
Yeah. Either way, time travel's bad. Don't do it.
Don't do
Just
it.
let it be. Let the past be the past, man. It never goes well.
Like the only like kind of time travel like makes sense is like time traveling to observe a situation. But even
Like
then,
that was
like
cool.
you still run the risk of something else spotting you and fucking up everything.
Yeah. If you can time travel and be completely invisible, completely untouchable, just undetected by all human senses, animal senses too, all living thing senses, because, anything noticing you could cause a ripple effect. So, yeah, if you could just observe. Maybe that's what's happening now. Maybe someone's observing us from the future and we can't detect them.
You know what? Fuck them, and I hope they're getting quantum leaped like Scott Bakula.
Yeah, those bastards. Fuck you if you're listening, you bastards. Get out of my business. Stop looking at me doing nasty things to myself.
Oh my god.
They're like, wow, the human race, our penises were much smaller back then. Ugh, sad.
That is what they refer to as an any, I believe. Interesting. What?
Interesting. Glad we have these coiled penises that look like pigtails. Huh. Not those weird, unattractive, beastly ones.
I'm terrified of how that would fucking work. I don't even want to go down that line of thinking any further.
Love finds a way, my friend.
Yep, we're gonna leave it at that. Last question about your music, and I'll leave you the fuck alone about it.
Good. I'm tired of talking about my fucking music.
This just in, folks. He's not tired of talking about his music at all.
Yes, please. I love talking about myself. Oh yeah, I'm so awesome.
This is more about your creative process when it comes to how you've made all these different themes for. We're gonna go with the themes for Feddie Scum so far, because like you've bounced all over the place for stuff. You've had the main theme. You had your was it Zeke's Don't Surf? The
Zeke's Don't Surf.
Your beach theme. Now you've got the theme remix.
There's a lesser known piece of music that I made that I'm really proud of, which is The Thread of Xeon. I really like that one. It's got a nice 80s action vibe to it. So if anyone's just perusing my shit one day, just check out Thread of Xeon. It's a good one.
Is that under Fight Your Foes?
Yeah, it's under Fight Your Foes. You can search Fight Your Foes on YouTube.
Link in the description below.
Link in description.
Yeah, like what drove you in the direction for each of these, and like how did you come up with this?
With the Feddie Scum theme, I just listened to a lot of music from the original Mobile Suit Gundam and music from Top Gun, since that's kind of what we're going for. It's like a hybrid. And so that's mainly what I listen to, and like 80s anthems and stuff like that. That's pretty much it.
And then with Zeke's Don't Surf, basically you took that, listened to a bunch of like surf rock and went for it.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of Beach Boys and stuff like that. That's pretty much what I do. That's my process with if I'm entering the realm of like a new sound, I'll just listen to a lot of music by that within that genre, and until I get a feel for it. And usually, a good melody is going to be a good melody no matter what genre it's played in, usually. And so I just come up with a melody, and then when it comes to entering a new genre, I just listen to other sounds to pick up the instrumentation, like what kind of instruments are being used, things like that, what kind of rhythms.
I want to say in the original Q&A, you mentioned something about like making your own. Is it said synths or is it synthesizers?
Like, are you asking, am I going to, or have I?
Have you, and like how exactly do you, or like what drives you in the direction that you go when you do it?
I mean, I think everything I've used is a pre-existing synth, just altered to hell and back. So I just do a lot of EQ, and it really just depends on the sound and the attitude I'm going for, So first there's the EQing aspect of trying to fit it into the mix itself, but then there are these other details that I would have to go through trying to, give it like an edge and make it sound a little more original, like adding distortion or something like that to it, or trying to fuse it in with like a guitar sound, playing the same melody, things like that. So I usually just take different sounds I like and just smush them together, which I mean, that's just music in general. It's just what I do is just smash stuff together until Dallas is like, that's cool.
Just slam things together until it works.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, it works out for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try my best over here sometimes.
We get to listen to your best vocal performance ever with Hartford Boys.
Hell yeah. I don't think I could ever do a performance that good ever again. So enjoy it.
With all the project that you and Dallas have, like, if y'all ever thought of doing like some like parody country band, pretty much?
I feel like that's probably something we've joked about in the past. I mean, we joke about doing a lot of different projects, and then some of them turn into real things like Feddie Scum.
Got one final question for you, and I'll let you fucking go. Let you go get something to eat, shower, get clean
Oh,
clothes.
hell yeah.
Get the hell out of your work clothes if you haven't already.
Yeah, I haven't yet. My sweat is very cold now that I'm in the AC.
I'm so sorry.
It's nice. Actually, I'm kind of enjoying it, as gross as it is.
The gross comfort of cold sweat.
It's nice.
All right, so final question. It comes in from
All right.
the White Shadow himself.
All right, White Shadow. Talk to me, big boy.
How does it feel to play the actual best character in Feddie Scum?
That's pretty good. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I'm the best. Honestly, right now I think fucking Ras Marco's the best character. That's just my opinion, which is not right because it's the DM. Fuck Adam. He's not allowed to do this.
The DM does not get to be the best fucking character.
Yeah, this is fucking bullshit. Fuck you, Adam. Get someone else to take on Ras Marco. Nah, you can't do that. I love his little voice.
I don't think anyone else could play Ras Marco.
Yeah, God damn you, Adam.
Performance of a lifetime for Adam, I guess.
You win this round.
All right, man. That's all I got for you then.
All right. Thanks so much, man. It was fun. All right. I'm going to interview you now.
What the fuck is this? You can't interview the interviewer.
Hell yeah, I can. I'm fucking Lone Star. I can do what I want. All right. So first question. What do you do for fun?
What do you mean what I do for fun?
What do you like to do? You know, when you're not working, when you're not interviewing a bunch of fucking assholes for Feddie Scum or at your job.
It's not a whole bunch of assholes here that I interviewed. I mean, it's just one, Adam. But this is this portion where like I just shit on Adam for no reason.
Nice. No, there's always a reason.
Yeah.
You just find out later sometimes.
Just find out later sometimes. I don't know, man. Like now that I'm back in Florida, like in the current state of things, like I just game mostly, man.
That's cool. What you playing?
Right now, like we've been playing a fuck ton of Sea of Thieves. I
Nice.
actually did a Sea of Thieves with Adam this morning for a little bit.
What do you play it on? PC?
PC.
Is it cross-platform?
It is indeed cross-platform.
Holy shit. I've got Game Pass. Let's fucking play.
Yeah, it's like so fucking Matt and Fern also just picked it up.
Nice. Let's fucking do this.
All started playing on Sunday, and then Adam had his first taste of it this morning.
Okay. So I'm not too late to the party.
No, you're not too late at all.
Sweet. All right. Let's see. Next question.
Where the fuck are these questions coming from?
Coming from my heart. I want to know you better.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Oh, what made you want to do this interview? What made you want to conduct the interviews?
So, fun fact, I actually was not supposed to be the one that was going to do the interviews.
Oh, really?
Or at least, so when I initially proposed the idea of doing the interviews, I didn't do it with myself in mind. I suggested both Shadow and Jason. Jason
okay.
immediately noped the fuck out of it. He's like, "No, man, like that is not my thing." And then Shadow's been having computer problems, so it kind of just fell to me, I guess.
Well, it worked out, man. You've got a beautiful voice. You've got a nice podcasty voice.
Like most people, I disagree, but like everyone keeps saying it, so I'm just gonna accept it and move on.
You've got to. Majority rules, man. You just got ratioed on your own voice.
I don't even. What does that even mean? What does getting ratioed mean?
I don't know. I just see it on the internet all the time.
I know it's on Twitter all the time.
I think it means people. I think it's like people get more likes than you, or you get more dislikes than likes on stuff, and people are like, you got ratioed.
That makes sense. I feel like a fucking old man, like not being able to keep up with a lot of these terms. Like the phrase subtweeting, I did not understand for the longest fucking time.
I know what that is, but could you explain that to me? That's your next interview question for all of the old folks listening at home.
Yeah, for all the old folks out there, we already had a word for it, and it was called being passive aggressive. So all a subtweet is a fucking passive aggressive tweet of like,
really?
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just passive aggressive shit without using anyone's name. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world that we need a new word for that. We have it. It's there. It exists. It's not even like it's an old word or anything. It's still.
Is it like if
used.
I tweeted? Is it like if I tweeted when the DM's a bitch instead of saying like Adam?
I think that one be. Yeah, I guess that would still fall into the subtweet category.
That's a subtweet. I'm gonna subtweet that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna subtweet that now. When the DM's a bitch, everyone will know who I'm talking about. Super passive aggressive.
I forget what the hashtag was that Dallas and I made in the first interview to like just talk shit to Adam on. That it'd be perfect to end that with.
I want to know this hashtag so I can help it trend by using it. I guess.
We'll see what happens when the first interview releases to the public. This is your Patreon plug.
Link in the description.
Link in the description.
All right, so let's see. Next question. How much can you fucking bench press, tough guy?
Last I benched, I could only do 195, which for being a guy that's 270 pounds, that's really light.
That's like a whole me and some more.
Like my bench is my lowest. Like I can squat 340. I went for 345 and I got folded like a fucking lawn chair. Like did the whole thing, like put on my song in the gym, got fucking up in there, hyped, hit the smelling salts, go to lift, go down just fine, go back up, my legs move, my upper body doesn't, and you just watch me like take a nosedive into the safeties. Luckily the safeties were there, otherwise my head was getting cracked into the pavement.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're okay. Next question. Is there footage of this available to the public?
There almost was. And I'm kind of glad that there's not, because I didn't want to see that.
That makes one of us. All right, let's see. I had one question at the beginning that I was like, I want to interview this guy now. And now I can't fucking think of it because you were interrogating me about interviewing you. And I was like, and I forgot. Let's see.
I wasn't interrogating you. What do you mean?
I'm going to tweet when the interviewer interrogates you. That's what I'm going to tweet. I'm going to subtweet that. See, I'm making it not passive aggressive by telling you that I'm going to do it.
I think the tweet's still passive aggressive.
Oh, even if I'm like aggressive to you, I guess it appears as a subtweet, but it's secretly not a subtweet.
It's that sub non-secret, the secret non-sub tweet. I don't even know how the fuck to make that work.
It's like the inside non-sub tweet. The aggressive inside sub outside tweet. I don't know. Fuck it.
We're throwing too many fucking words together. We're throwing everything at the wall, nothing's sticking. I'm scared, Paul.
Oh, here's one. Here's a question. Well, it's a two-part question. One, were you interested in Gundam and or the mecha genre before Feddie Scum?
So I actually started watching the mecha genre back when I want to say it was Gundam Wing and Robotech hit Toonami. That was my first real look at everything.
Yeah, same.
And then like I played all of the Gundam games, the one Robotech game we got for PlayStation 2. I just absolutely fucking loved it. Wing like ended up kind of falling out of grace with me. Like it didn't feel as special like once I kind of started seeing the stuff that was happening in 0079 and seeing the 1 Year War. I don't know. I think it's as I got older, like I just kind of like gravitated more towards the these different like major bodies warring it out, and neither side is really the good guy.
Yeah, I agree. That's how it was for me too. My early experience with Gundam, specifically as a kid, was G Gundam, Gundam Wing, and then the greatest Gundam series of all time, SD Gundam Force.
Which one was SD Gundam Force?
That was the one with the little chibi 3D.
Was it the one that had just the RX-70 or RX-78, or was that a different one?
I think there were others. I can't remember, honestly. I know there were like little Zaku's and little RX-78, and They were all like the size of a human. They'd walk around. They were like little sentient people.
I think I remember like the goof being the one of the major bad guys, and then you had basically like a souped up version of Char's Zaku that was like the big antagonist at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a fucking teenager then. That's been like 15, 16 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that. I just remember being blown away by the graphics, It's amazing. It's ahead of its time. And you said Robotech as well. You liked Robotech?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that shit was dope. Did you watch G Gundam?
I did watch I actually have the Blu-ray collection. I didn't get the fancy one that Adam did with the headband and all the other stuff, but like I did get the full collection.
Nice. I want to go back and rewatch those now that I've been watching like 0079, the UC stuff, just to see what it's like in comparison. It's probably a lot worse, at least from what I've been told, but
debatable.
I like the way that Gundam Wing just looks. I just really like the look of the Gundams in that. Really badass.
So there was a 3-issue manga that came out. That was like a side story set in the Gundam Wing universe. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It was a manga, you said?
Yeah. So it was, I think in America it was published by the company Tokyo Pop. It was called Gundam The Last Outpost.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. So it's like another set of colonies set off further off, and there's two other Gundams that were made. You have like some of the most like insanely gaudy custom Leos that also like end up being the main aggressors. But I think it's getting a redo. Is what Jason was telling me earlier today. If I can find my 3 issues of it, I'll bring it up when I come see you guys in October.
Fuck yeah! All right, yeah, I'll check it out. Sounds pretty cool. Let's see. How did you get such a sexy voice? Did you practice?
Oh my god!
Did you listen to other sexy sounding men?
I can't be foreign, man. I can't be smooth as German chocolate. Like I don't.
Well, no one can be foreign, but I mean, come on. It's a pretty close second, man.
That's what I get told, man. Like I think it's one of those things that like everyone has of like hearing your voice recorded or hearing your voice as anyone else. Because there's those tones that are missing from like the sound of your voice traveling back through your bones that you hear, vice what everyone else hears.
Ew. Yeah, and just because it's different, you're like kind of thrown off by it, maybe self-conscious about it. That normally wears off for people. It definitely wore off for me when it came to singing because I did that a lot. But talking, no, I still can't stand it. I never listen to our fucking podcast. That's why I couldn't remember that scene that I know I fucked up. I just know I fucked it up. I remember it. I remember feeling like, oh shit, something crucial happened and I wasn't listening and I fucked up a plot point and I ended up creating a whole episode cleaning up my mess because of it. But I didn't listen back to the episode to find out what it was because I don't like hearing the sound of my voice.
I think I've gotten more comfortable hearing the sound of my voice now that I've been streaming for a little bit over a year.
Yeah.
Because like I have to go back through, listen. Like I have to listen to my own stuff so I can hear, was my audio good? Did all these things work? And then sometimes it's like so I can go back and grab clips to do some sort of highlight reel.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's when I'll listen is when I have to edit. But usually now that Dallas is editing the podcast and stuff like that, I don't have to worry about that shit. And I mean, if I hear my voice now, I don't cringe as hard as I used to, but the cringe is still there. So I try to avoid it,
I will say like going back and listening to the finalized cuts for the first 2 interviews, I think Dallas definitely does fuck with my voice with an equalizer because it sounds smoother than I think it is.
Oh yeah, he just hires voice actors to redo all of our shit. Good old Patreon money.
Whoever he got to play me, he did not pay enough.
All right, let's see. I got one more question for you. This is the last one.
Oh yeah?
I just need to figure out what it is.
How do you not know?
Give me a second.
Got one more. I just don't know what it is yet.
Okay, I got one. I saw this one on Twitter, and it was directed at us, but I'm throwing it back at you. Do you build Gunpla? And if so, or even if not, fuck it. What's your favorite Mecha.
So
Your favorite mobile suit.
I used to build Gunpla like a lot when I was younger. Back in like the high school days, like we had a hobby shop that wasn't too far from the house. My grandmother would take me like once a month. We'd pick out a new suit. I did a lot of SD stuff, did a lot of stuff from Wing because that was what was available. Didn't pick it up for several years, and then recently, about like 6 months ago, started trying to do it again. I just built my first master grade, which was the Mark II.
Okay, sweet.
And then I got to touch for the first time the new high grade suits with doing Char's Origin Zaku 2. And holy shit, the new high grade kits just feel amazing compared to the shit that I worked with in the early 2000s and late 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how it is for me. I haven't put together any Gunpla recently, but I used to do it a lot when I was a kid. And thinking back to how that was, and then looking at some of the stuff that I've seen Dallas do, I'm like, this is such a vast improvement.
Yeah, like seeing like the first time like I really saw like any kind of crazy Gunpla builds, it was Dallas doing, I think, the Char's Act guy, and then showing him doing the custom paint job for it and doing weathering. And I never thought about doing any of that shit when I was a kid. Never thought about that shit.
Speaking of that, people definitely need to check out Dallas's YouTube channel and check out his Gunpla build videos because they're actually really good. I feel like they're highly underrated. So link in the description, you know?
Yeah, link in the description. Like they're super chill videos. Like I got, honestly, I think that was what re-inspired me to go back out and hunt down a couple kits. The problem I have now is the hobby shop that we have in town is gone.
Oh man, same thing happened to us. That sucks.
Like they folded, and it was due to like motherfucker not listening. Like the community was trying to tell them what to do, but they were trying to take on too much and compete with the wrong people. It's like, no man, just you have this thing here, hold on to that, keep special. And then I want to say they folded just prior to the pandemic last year. So like the main, or I guess the only comic book shop in town, which is weird considering this is a fucking city, they have Gunpla, but it's like 5 or 6 kits. A lot of them are perfect grades, and they're like perfect grades of shit that like I don't even want to mess with, or they're from some like random ass one-off series that like I've never even heard of.
Right. Yeah, I'm not quite ready for a perfect grade yet.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to high grade for now, just to get back into things.
I recommend like throwing down on one master grade. Like find one that's not like crazy. But I absolutely love everything that went into doing that master grade Mark II. I didn't know that they would get that articulate at that low level. We're at I say that low level at like it just being one level up from fucking high.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a big difference usually between the two. It's pretty crazy. I think if I was going to do a master grade, I'd have to do something I fucking love. Like I love the way it looks, you know, so I'd be super proud of it. Maybe something like, the Gundam Epion.
Yes.
That's a badass one. Or Strike Freedom. That's a dope one too.
Out of the entire series, like what is your favorite mech? If you tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
Those are probably my two favorite, the ones I just mentioned. I just love the way they look. And then the Wing Gundam Zero. I like the stuff from Gundam Wing. It just looks so cool to me.
I mean, they were all very, very unique suits, which is pretty cool about it. Now, is it the Wing Zero from Wing itself or the Wing Zero from Waltz?
I think the one from Endless Waltz is the cooler one.
With the just straight up angel wings. Like there's no fucking around anymore. Like there are feathers coming off this bitch.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking epic. You know what? That's probably my favorite. That's probably number one. And then Epion, and then Strike Freedom. Those are my top 3, at least visuals wise. I think those are the 3 coolest and the ones I'd want to get once I get back into building Gunpla, which will be hopefully soon.
Hopefully. Is Strike Freedom from Seed?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be why I don't know shit about Strike Freedom.
And I've never even fucking watched Gundam Seed. I know what Strike Freedom looks like, and it's just fucking awesome. Seen a lot of artwork for it and seen, different kits for it and stuff like that. I just like the way it looks.
Okay, that's glorious as fuck. Like I'm seeing a posed out form of it right now with
Yeah.
the booster wings extended, the arms out. Like that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. Yeah.
So for me, it's a suit from everyone's favorite Christmas series, 0080, which
Nice.
is apparently also getting a redo in manga form right now. The fucking camphor, man.
This is a really exciting time to get back into Gundam. Like, I'm really glad we did the Feddie Scum podcast because that's what pulled me back into all this. I used to love this shit, and then it just I just fell off of it over the years, and I don't know why. I guess life just happened and shit, you know? But now I'm an adult and I can do what I want, like build toys and shit.
Now I'm an adult and I can actually fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
I think it's a mixture of like getting older or like the time frame of getting older, and then we weren't really getting a whole lot as a Western audience for a long time there.
Yeah.
Like we weren't getting sent any of the games. We weren't getting sent any of the anime. I think like
Sad.
those that like either knew Japanese or could get a hold of it and found someone that would translate it to at least put subs into it had some stuff, but like we don't really have a whole lot. And now my brain immediately just shot to Thunderbolt and had the glories of Thunderbolt.
I feel like also it wasn't clear how big of an audience there was here in the West for all of this stuff after a while,
No.
after the Toonami era. And now I think with this resurgence, it's become clear that this is growing beyond just like a niche. This is like pretty popular. There's a pretty big demand for this stuff. So I think we'll continue to see more stuff become adapted for the West. Hopefully.
I think with the building of the life-size RX-78, it might reignite the market worldwide.
Hell yeah. Definitely. Because there's a lot of people who are like, what the fuck is that thing? That's cool as hell.
That's a goddamn transformer.
Yeah. There's Optimus Prime up there.
Holy shit.
That's the damn Megazord.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I made that guy a redneck.
I think it's just us being from the South, and that's our default.
Default to redneck when you want to act like you want to go a little extra with your voice.
Yeehaw.
Woo! All right. Well, that was a great interview, Scoop. You did great. I got the inside scoop on Scoop. Cut that out, Dallas. But yeah, and thanks for interviewing me. I'm glad we got to take turns on each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nice.
You know. You gotta let your partner finish first. It's fair. It's what's fair.
I was very loving of you.
Yeah.
I was very compassionate of you, and I rewarded you by tending to your needs.
Yeah, I know. It was nice. A little unexpected.
Yeah. It's nice to surprise your partner every now and then, you know?
Yeah.
I'm glad we both got to finish.
Yeah, together. Now, are we hitting stop now?
Yeah, I think we can hit stop now.
In this war!
That's that medium.